Last month, hundreds of young, budding entrepreneurs gathered at the University of Ibadan for the inaugural Nigerian Millennial Tech Ignited Conference for an insightful day of mentorship and networking. Prince Afolabi Andu, the convener of the event, joins me now from the British capital for further insight. Prince Afolabi Andu, it's always a pleasure having you on Channels Business Global. Please talk to me about the inaugural Nigerian Millennials Tech Ignited Conference. What did you set out to achieve, and did you manage to achieve it?
Thanks very much, Juliana. Thanks for having me on Channels. It's always a great pleasure. But before I go into that, I think it's important to establish some fundamental facts with regards to where we are at as a country in terms of technology, more so regarding startups. You know, we are at a crossroads in terms of technological advancement. Nigeria is a burgeoning hub for innovation with a unique position in the global tech ecosystem. The country boasts the largest tech market in Africa. It's valued at about 9.6 billion in 2022 and projected to reach about 18.8 billion by 2027. So these are very significant figures that I think it's important for us to take note of. But moreover, Nigeria's tech startup ecosystem witnessed exceptional growth, attracting about 1.1 billion in funding in 2022, a 68% increase from the previous year. And we do have about 200 active tech hubs and co-working space, the highest concentration in Africa. So we have a solid foundation to build on. And this itself, you know, when you look at those figures, is an indicator of what potential Nigeria do possess in regards to technological advancement. So for us, it's a no-brainer. It's just something that needs to be put in place, particularly for the median age group, that when we do a projection over the next 25 years, if you would do an average right now, say between the age of 18 and 25, a lot of them would just be in their early 50s or just turning 50. And you can imagine what that will be for the country in terms of our power base, in terms of our respectability, in terms of our advancement, in terms of technology, ultimately. So the Nigerian Millennial Tech Ignited Conference is a startup. It's actually a trigger point of what we intend to do. It's just the beginning of what we intend to do. And as the word ignite states, the idea is to ignite technology across the country. And that's the main mission.
Prince Afolabi, thank you for that broad overview. Very important for our viewers, of course, to know where Nigeria sits in its tech evolution, shall we call it. Another evolution that's happening, not just in Nigeria, but across the world, of course, is artificial intelligence. Lots of people, I would say, have given a thumbs up, I would say, to the Minister for Digital Communications, Bosun Tijani. He has done his best to make sure we are at the forefront. I know talking points about leveraging the tools of AI were discussed in Ibadan a couple of weeks ago at your event. What advice are you giving to young leaders about how they can shape AI? Because I know, of course, it's years in development, but there is still time, isn't there?
Well, first of all, again, I think it's important for us to look at statistics. Just to take note and recognize that, regrettably, only 4% of our youths currently possess digital skills, and a mere 16% of our tertiary graduates have expertise in, emerging technologies like AI, which you just pointed on now. If we don't focus on that expansion, we will get ourselves in troubled waters in the future. We know what goes on globally as we speak today, the significant advancement that is being embarked on, particularly in the robotics AI space of technology. And if Nigeria does not get on that band right now, it really would create a lot of challenge in terms of the disparity that will be in existence. So for a lot of the young ones, it's not a case of AI as a tool just pleasurable benefits. No, it's for economic, it's for governance. It's key, particularly in the 21st century that we are in now. And for them to be relevant, for them to be competitive, absolutely crucial that they get on that particular pathway.
That's right. Just very finally and briefly, unfortunately, there's never enough time when it comes to talking with you, Prince. But you also spent a lot of time talking to young leaders about how they can successfully chart a career path. How will they be encouraged to stay back in Nigeria? Of course, everybody's destiny is unique, but we need talent in Nigeria, don't we? We don't want them to be pulled constantly abroad because there'll be nothing left.
Well, that's the beauty of technology. Because you can work remotely.
Yeah.
And it's part of what we are putting in place in terms of our framework, where we will be able to create a gateway for a lot of these young ones who can effectively work from Nigeria, earn foreign earnings. So they can work for the big tech organizations. The most important thing is that they have the aptitude and they have the skill set that they can deploy for those particular organizational needs. So the chances are significant, the opportunities are there. It's all just about a case of us having the right structure, the structure that will ensure that this process is seamless. Yeah. And that is exactly what we are embarking on even through Greystone Technology. That is the vehicle that we're using to drive this particular initiative.
Well, it's absolutely wonderful. I did see lots of pictures on social media. You seem to be very much trending across WhatsApp platforms a couple of weeks ago when the event took place. And we look forward to hearing about more from the Ignited conference. Prince Afolabi Andu, who wears many hats, but today I refer to you as the founder of the Nigerian Global Business Forum and, of course, the chairman of the Global Africa Investments Limited. Thank you so much for your time and expertise today, sir.
Thank you very much, Juliana. Always a pleasure.